Good evening, Thunder fans, and welcome to the University of Sioux Falls Bob Young Field. Tonight's national premier Soccer League North Conference match features Siouxland United FC from Sioux City taking the pitch against your Sioux Falls Thunder. With 2 wins, 4 losses, and no ties, Siouxland United is currently 5th in the conference standings. The Thunder are currently in 6th place with no wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. Tonight, please welcome Dakota Lions Soccer Club U11 boys, who are our featured walkout team, coached by Makana Nafa. Thank you, players and families, for joining us. Also, welcome to all our guests in town for the U.S. Youth Soccer Midwest President's Cup Regionals. Starting lineups for tonight's match. First, for the visiting Siouxland United FC, number 3, Hibiki Mizutani. Number 5, Cheyenne Hayashi. Number 14, Nick Walker. Number 1, Steingar Gunnarsson. Number 11, Marcus Holwood. Number 29, William Larina. Number 33, Quinn Faulkner. Number 55, Yali Cohen. Number 22, Emmerich Zango. Number 10, Ryder Bilport. Number 17, John Coronado. And now for your Sioux Falls Thunder, number 2, Josiah Trimble. Number 9, Owen Rutledge. Number 10, Stevenson Thorne. Number 13, Torin Kenner. Number 16, Trace Thompson. Number 20, Bernardo Flores. Number 26, Thiago Alperi. Number 27, Alex Toler. Number 43, Ethan Wessendorf. Number 46, Frankie Dolce. And in goal, number 0, Jack Howard. Please turn your attention to the flag on the north end of the stadium. Remove your hats as we play the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to another edition of Thunder Live. Tonight, we have your Sioux Falls Thunder hosting, for the first time ever, their neighbors from the south, the Siouxland United. Starting 11 for your Sioux Falls Thunder is going to be Alex Kohler, Bernardo Torres, Ethan Glissendorf, Frankie Dulce, and in goal, Jack Howard with Josiah Tremble, Owen Rutledge, Stevenson Storm, Thiago Afari, Torrin Penner, and Trace Dobson, who's freshly back from suspension. And the Siouxland United FC are going to start with their starting 11 of Emmerich Nasagu, Flynn Faulkner, Habida Masutani, John Coronado, and the former Thunder player looks like he's in the lineup tonight, Marcus Horwood, Nick Walker, Ryder Delport, Sean Hayashasi, Stangamar Gunnarsson, William Arana, and Yali Cohen. And I apologize if I didn't get those pronunciations correctly, but we always do our best. So it should be an exciting night of soccer here at Bob Young Stadium. It was a beautiful sunny day. The temperature was, in the mid 80s, but now it's a little overcast now, or overcast here. And I'm wondering if, usually when you speak of weather, the weather comes, but I'm not sure if there's storms off in the horizon. Hopefully not. We can get this match played in. Obviously, the Sioux Falls Thunder would love to get a win here tonight. And Siouxland United has started their inaugural season in the NPSL pretty well. They're looking pretty good in the standings right now, just above Sioux Falls here. So this is a big match here. Ball's in play here with Siouxland United. And number 5 is dancing on it. He finds number 22. He's going to slow it down here. And there must have been a foul there because everyone stopped playing. So and it's intercepted by Tremble, and he's driving forward, and he's looking for the run of Storm. And Storm is in here, and he resets the play with Josiah. Josiah's going to look for a cross. He found Storm. Oh, and the touch, he just couldn't get the touch right. But it's still going to be with the Thunder. Let's see if we can get an early shot on goal. Storm's going to go with the left foot. And that's a player that should be exciting to watch tonight. I believe this is his first minutes of the season. But again, he's known around town as one of, a really good soccer player and a really good attacking player. And I know he's played professionally overseas and went to school in Michigan. I think at one point he was at Michigan State University playing soccer, and then he ended up transferring to, I think, a D2 program. But yeah, it'll be exciting to see what he can help out with tonight, because the Thunder attack definitely needs some help. They've been struggling to score goals of late. So ball's back in play here with Siouxland United. And they're going to reset play to their goalkeeper. And he's going to go long. And Horwood's up there, and Jack Howard's way off his line as usual. Playing as that extra defender back there, the ultimate sweeper keeper. And we're going to have another free kick here. Trace is going to get a talking to. And he's got to step to the ref. When the ref wants you to talk, you show the ref some respect. You let him explain to you what he's seeing and what he's calling. It's early to be having that conversation, though, 3 minutes in. You know, that's not a good sign for Trace, as he's freshly off of a suspension. I think he picked up 2 yellows up there, and Moorhead, a week ago. And he missed the midweek match. And, you don't want to see that player. And ball's played in, and Siouxland United was first to it, and it was just flicked on, and Marcus Horwood was not able to get the redirected header there. And it finds Jack Howard's hands, and he's going to look for Dulcie. And it looks like it's going to get played out here for a Sioux Falls Thunder throw-in. And as I walked in tonight, there's a handball there, yeah. That's one of those ones where you can see way up here. He's going to get a card for that. You've got to, yeah. He knows he's got to. Yep, and that's Bernardo again, folks. I mean, we're not even 5 minutes in. You got 2 of your midfielders already on the radar of the referee, and one of them goes in the book. And that's not what you want to see, folks. All right, ball's with Siouxland United here, and they were looking. They were looking to go for it there, and whatever they had planned didn't come off. I think the runner was trying to make the run to the flank area and wanted the ball in space, and his teammate just played it to his feet, so it was kind of a little bit behind him, and the Thunder were able to deal with that. Now it's with Howard, and I believe he's going to try to go long here, but he plays it short to Dulcie. And they're going to see if they can draw this team in here and look to play through them or beyond them. And nicely done there, as that's Alferi, and he chips one, and he's looking for, and he's got the run. And I thought it's being kicked around a bit. And that's Rutledge over there, and he's linking with Penner, and Penner was trying to find the run of Torres, but it was intercepted by Siouxland United, and the ref's gonna. And I thought, and I mean, folks, we're 6 minutes in. You've got 2 bookings, and someone already had a stern talking to.
Yellow card, Thunder, number 13.
I mean, I know they're trying to, send a message to their rival down south, who's a few points ahead of them in the table, but you've just got to be a bit smarter than that, because what it'll force the coach to do at some point, he may have to go to some early substitutions, because he doesn't want to risk somebody getting another yellow card and having to play a man down. Especially considering they've had a bunch of matches, and I believe they've got another away match tomorrow. So again, they've got to be a little bit more selective with their challenges. And they've got a bigger crowd, like I said a moment ago. They've got a bigger crowd here in the stands tonight, so that's going to amp you up a little bit, because you want to put on for your home supporters, but you just need to be a little smart when you're doing it. Howard's going to look for the run of Alfari, and it's going to be cut out and defended by number 22 for Siouxland. But it's still with the Thunder, as Oh, we're going to have a foul there. That was quite cynical. I mean, the player just reached out and just grabbed Alfari there. But the refs only sees a foul. There's no caution there. So we're going to have our first free kick here tonight for the Thunder. And Alfari's on it, and he's going to put a left-footed swing. He swings it in. It looks like that came off Siouxland United. It's a corner kick. Okay. And it's whipped in and dealt with by number 22. And Alfari beats the Siouxland United player to it. It's with Torres. Torres, there's numbers up, and he chips one in. And Trace Dobson's in. Oh, and he just got it all wrong. Oh, a golden opportunity gone by the board there. I'm not sure. You know, he was going for this spectacular, and I think there might have been a simpler way to deal with that ball, but a good chance. You know, the best chance of the night for either team, so that's encouraging. Glissendorf's up for the header. He wins it. It falls to a Siouxland United player, and he throws himself to the ground, and he's not going to get anything out of that. You know, doing that kind of stuff, you end up on the ref's radar, and then, you know, maybe when you get fouled, he probably thinks you're throwing yourself down, so it's not smart to try to trick the referee there. I know everybody thinks it's a cool thing to do, but, you know, referees are smart. They know what's going on, so. Ball's back in play with Siouxland United. And they're playing it back with their goalkeeper, and he's quite a bit off his line, and Storm's late on that challenge, and we're going to have another yellow card? Wow.
Yellow card, Thunder, number 10.
I think for me, there was a coming together. Storm was challenging, and I think the goalkeeper's momentum actually carried him into Storm. You know, depending on the referee's angle, he may have saw it differently. But, I mean, he's handing out, I think one of my phrases I've used at a youth game before, but the ref is handing out cautions like suckers tonight. You know, everybody's getting one because, I mean, we're 10 minutes in and 3 Thunder players are already on caution. So, you know, guys have really got to keep their heads here. And the Thunder just possessing it right now with Glissendorf, now with Howard. And he's going to look for the run of Alfari, and he puts it right on his chest. What a ball. And Alfari just couldn't find Rutledge there. Oh, and the goalkeeper took his eye off of it, and it's going to go out for a corner. You know, and that's one of the reasons why, as a goalkeeper, you get outside of the width of your goal, because if he makes that mistake standing inside of, you know, the width of his goal, it's a goal. So that's why you see goalkeepers get to one side or the other. And ball's whipped in. Oh, and Storm had the chance. I don't know if he was ready for it. It looked like it may have caught him off guard there, but he was unmarked in a dangerous area, and the ball, he just couldn't find the proper contact. But that's two opportunities in the last few minutes. So maybe that's, oh, and the Siouxland United player skips by Trimble there, and he's looking for the run of Horwood, and there's some good cover defending there by Glissendorf. But yeah, there's a lot of you know, new spectators, you know, at the venue tonight because of the USYS Midwest Regional President's Cup. You know, Sioux Falls won that bid, and, you know, they're hosting, I think, 170 youth teams here in town from as far as Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky. So should be a nice crowd down there tonight. And I know, and Siouxland United's, they're attacking here. Oh, and the cross skips. Oh, and a shot on goal, and I believe Howard got a touch in that. What a save! And there's some sound coming from the stands tonight. So we've got the mics going, and the home supporters are fired up tonight. This would be a great night for their first victory of the season. So it looks like the corner is going to come from this near touch line. Number 33 standing over it, and he's going to whip. It looks like he's going to whip an outswinger in, but actually he drives it pretty square. And a Siouxland United player was up for it, but he didn't get a lot of pace behind that header. And Jack Howard claims it and distributes to Torres. And Torres is not being pressed. So this is the challenge. If the Thunder can play a little bit quicker when they're trying to build it up, because Siouxland United are just going to sit in a mid block here and allow them to play pity pat in the back. But they've really got to move the ball, much quicker if they want to catch this team out. And they've already, like I said, they've had a couple opportunities. Jack's going to go long. That's a great run. Oh, and Rutledge. And if he'd have kept his run going, I think he hesitated just a moment there. And, for you youngsters watching, you always want to put pressure. Even if that defender is going to win that ball, you want to put pressure on him, because if he makes a mistake there, there's an elbow there. Oh, and there's got to be something there. Oh, there has to be something there. And he does give him a caution. And that was number 10.
Yellow card, Siouxland, number 10.
And that's the former Thunder player, Marcus Horwood. And I'm not quite sure, is he? Well, that's what the app says here. Oh, there's 2 10s on this roster. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Sorry for the confusion. The yellow card was on Ryder Delport. And, to be fair, I think he's lucky to be on the field, because that was an elbow straight into his opponent's head. And I'm not sure, I'd have to see that one back, but, man, that looked like violent conduct to me, because anytime now maybe the cock and pop wasn't there, but I mean, anytime you make contact with somebody's face with your elbow, I'm not sure what part of, soccer, where that is allowed, or why we need to see that on a soccer field. So he's lucky the refs, just only gave him a caution there. Oh, and they try to take it quick, and Alfari hits the wall. And the chance is gone. And Trimble, he doesn't get that right. And 14's on it. And he's going to, oh no. So,
Yellow card, Thunder, number 2.
Just an interesting situation that's developing in this match tonight. And I know, again, this is the first time these two teams have faced off, but, if this is the kind of temperature these matches are going to be played at, this will be an interesting rivalry over the next few years. Because, we're not even 20 minutes in, and we've got, four yellow cards. And, to be fair, I don't think we need to make that challenge. But again, maybe he didn't want to, allow them that opportunity to have that chance to have it. And that's good goalkeeping. And the second attempt is scuffed. And it was It was off the save and off the volley. That was a tough attempt. But a nice save by Jack Howard. I believe that's his second save of the night. But so far, each team has had a couple chances at goals, but there's been more fireworks with, some of the misconduct that's been going on out there tonight with the fouls and whatnot. So, again, I don't know if it's the packed stands tonight that got these boys juiced up, but, hopefully they can get their bearings here. And, Torres was looking. That was a difficult angle for that pass. Alfari had already made the run. Siouxland United's going to attack the other way. And they're going to swing it from right to left. And Trimble's got some defending to do. And I think he wins a free kick there. And, the thing about Trimble, he's a passionate player. He plays hard. So, he's almost got to babysit his emotions here for the next 70 minutes because, getting that early yellow as a defender, those Siouxland United attackers are probably going to try to test you out. And, that kid's tough as steel. He just plays at one speed. So he's really going to have to, come with his, a little bit more laid back defending than his normal aggressive style. So hopefully it doesn't, lead to an opportunity for the Siouxland United to take advantage of that situation. But I have to say, it seems like quite the vibe down in the stands tonight. There's some drums or some stand pounding. It's quite the atmosphere here at, Bob Young for this I-29 clash here. First Premier and Premier Bank Card are proud sponsors of the Sioux Falls Thunder. For all your financial needs, choose a company that's locally grown and nationally known. First Premier and Premier Bank Card, member FDIC. And tonight, please welcome the Dakota Lions U11 boys, who are our featured walkout team, coached by Makanan Afaf. Thank you to players and family for joining us. Also, welcome to all our out-of-town guests from the USYS Midwest President's Cup Regionals. But yeah, if you're in town and you're driving past Yankton Trail and you see all the, all the commotion going on over at Yankton Trail, that's where that President's Cup is being held. And there's some good soccer. I was out there today and watched a couple teams from Chicago and Indiana and Wisconsin. And there was some good soccer going on out there. So feel free to join those teams out there, and it's free soccer. Oh, and we're gonna have a free kick. So Storm had an opportunity early in the game, but in the last few minutes here, he hasn't had much of an impact. And I know Nick North was starting at that center forward spot, and similar situations with him, one or two moments. But Rutledge is going to find Trace, and Trace is going to drive, and that's out. That has to be out. And he just had a loose touch there. And I think he had an opportunity to just whip that crossing on his left foot. And sometimes attacking players can overthink it. Just keep it simple and just whip it in. And then you start thinking about what move you want to do in your head, and you end up kicking the ball out for a goal kick, you know. So sometimes just keep it simple. Whip that early cross in and let those defenders, you know, deal with that. As an attacking player, you just want to put pressure on that back line to see if they can, you know, what they can and cannot deal with. Oh, and he's throwing that ball from the wrong area. And the fourth official picked it up, but yeah, so that's got to be the restart. I mean, he threw it from the wrong line. It should be a handball. He stepped into the field to play with the ball. What? I'm not. They're just gonna a foul throw. Okay, yeah. So yeah. In that situation, it would be just a throw for the Thunder because it's a foul throw because neither one of his feet were on or behind the line. And it can get tricky. There's 3 lines out here. Oh, straight into the back of Storm. So Storm dropped in, you know, moved off that center forward spot, dropped in and tried to help, you know, a little bit deeper there, and he wins a free kick. And now it's with Rutledge over there, and he's combining. Oh, and there was some clever play, and Josiah is sanctioned for offside there. I should say penalized for offside. There was no sanction there. All right, Siouxland goes long. Number 17 skips past Alfari. Dosey's got some defending to do. Oh, and that's cleverly done. And it should be a Thunder throw-in. We'd like to take a moment to thank our championship sponsors, First Premier, Matinee Accounting, and the Roundhouse. Thank you also to our League One sponsors, First Premier and Premier Bank Card, Waterbury, Lewis, Your First Stop, Justin Incentive Pfeiffer with Hague Realtors, Pepsi, Roundhouse Brew Pub, Dakota Times, Culligan, Avera Orthopedics, Matinee Accounting and Technologies, Neighborhood Dental, and of course, Inca Salsa. All right, Dosey's on it. He finds Dobson, who finds Rutledge. And Pinner checked in, and his first touch was good there, and he turns, and he's looking for options, and I think he finds Trimble over there. Oh, and Storm was in a bit of space there. But ball's whipped in with Rutledge if he can find his feet. Oh, and he just couldn't find Storm as he was checking there at the top of the penalty arc. But it's going to stay with Thunder. Oh, we're good. And I believe I believe that was Kohler with the shot. And the Siouxland goalkeeper was up for the challenge there. Ethan's got some defending to do. He gets ball side, and that's good defending. He's going to win the free kick. Well done by him. Well done by him. Ball's back in play. I can tell you, if the Thunder can get the first goal tonight, you know, they'll have a lot of momentum on their side because, you know, like I said, you know, there's a big crowd down there tonight, and they're just probably begging for a goal. So let's see if these boys can give the crowd what they want here. Alfari's dancing, and he finds Howard. Again, Siouxland United just backs off. Howard's going to go long. He's looking for Rutledge, and Siouxland defends that well, and Trimble's back to recover, and he's going to go all the way back to Howard. And Ethan finds, that's a nice ball right through the channel. Oh, and Rutledge was trying to find the run of Storm. And now they've got some defending to do on this counterattack. But I believe Bernardo is going to close that guy down. And they've got some defending to do. And Ethan is up for it. And the ref says play on. I believe the whole ball has to cross it. Nice dummy by Kohler. If he can find Storm on the return, and Storm's first touch is decent, and he shows some strength, he skips into the penalty area. Oh, and he couldn't beat that last man. That was an exciting attack by the Thunder. And Rutledge is going to run for it, but it's going to be too long. I like the link up there between Kohler and Storm. You know, a couple of times they've made that move in this match, and they've gotten into the penalty area, and that's just one of the things. Like, you know, when you're struggling to score goals, I think 1 goal in the last 3 matches, you know, get that ball into the penalty area. You know, put a shot on goal, get it deflected. You know, a mistake by the defenders, a mistake by the goalkeeper. Anything can happen when you get into the penalty area, or you can, you know, they can concede a penalty. You know, anything can happen. They've just got to find a way to put some pressure on that, you know, that back line and threaten the penalty area. And they're going to go for it again here. Oh, and Storm showing that quality on the ball, and he finds Trace. Oh, Trace shows a bit of skill here. Oh, and again, it's just that final ball, you know, and it looks like he was caught between shooting and passing, and sometimes you just got to put that shot on goal there. But some brilliant play by those boys, a bit of skill to sneak by the defender there, and this is going to go out for a throw. I can tell you right now, the momentum seems to have really stayed with the Thunder. They're playing with a little bit of swagger right now. And Torres is going to win a free kick here. So it looks like Alfari is going to stand over this one. And not sure what the commotion was out there, but should be a left-footed cross coming, swinging away from the goalkeeper, and it's there. And Dosey, oh, and Dosey got the right contact on it. The goalkeeper was up for it. Siouxland United still got some defending to do, and that's well done by number 5. And now Siouxland United are away, and Horwood's making that run. And Alfari sticks his leg out, and referee says, no, play on. And there's going to be a counterattacking opportunity. And the referee turns, and I believe he's looking over at the technical area here of Siouxland United. And you got the 4th official over there. Uh-oh, and somebody's getting in trouble here. Oh yeah, and he gives him a little bit of something there, as he shows number 14 that yellow card there, Nick Walker, and the ball's out of play. So it's I'm assuming it's for dissent. Now the referee's going to go over and have a talk with Horwood, and Horwood's pointing his fingers, saying, you know, what happened over there and what happened over there, but. So ball's put back in play here with Glissendorf, and Howard and Torres are playing rondo here. And a nice ball through the channel to Alfari. If he gets his first touch right, he does. And there's the cross. It's on. Oh, and that's a great run by Rutledge there. And a great idea, too, by the Thunder. Again, another entry into the penalty area. Alfari with that cross. Siouxland's going to go the other way. Oh, there's a free man on the back post, and he's going to head this one over goal. And the Thunder just got to be careful here because, you know, in their last couple matches, yes, they haven't won, but there's been moments when they've been the better team on the field, and then they give up a counterattacking goal. So, or a goal against the run of play. So right now, while they've got all the momentum, it would be great if they can get a goal here and really kind of get the monkey off their back, so to speak, because they haven't scored, you know, a goal and you know, 1 goal in 3 games is not enough. So we got to get a goal and some clever play. These boys are playing with some swagger tonight, and it's with Kohler, and he's going to swing it all the way out to Trimble, and you can see the confidence in the boys tonight. Oh, and a nice little dummy there, and it's with Tracy. He's got Rutledge on the underlap if he can find him. And we're going to get a corner kick out of that. So let's see if the boys can use it. I'd like to see Dulcie get in there and get up for this one. He's one of their, you know, their bigger players. Number 46 there. And the ball's put in a good area. Oh, and it's cleared off the line. Oh, we had and Trimble goes for the overhead kick, and it looks like it ricocheted out for a corner, but that was some good defending there by one of the Siouxland defenders, marking that, you know, that on there he was on the post there. Another good ball. Oh, and it's dealt with. And it seems like every time 2 defenders are challenging, or two players are challenging for the ball, there's just screaming for fouls. So, and I mean, that's what happens when you come out early in the game and start brandishing yellow cards. You know, teams get spoiled, and they think every time somebody makes contact, there's a foul, and that's definitely a foul. And it looks like somebody's getting Yep. And it looks like one of the coaches in the technical area got a yellow card. But that's one of those ones where you know, the game's got a little scruffy here, and the coach is taking the yellow card because I'm assuming he doesn't want his player to get a yellow card. So he's taking one for the team there, but again, oh, and it's with Kohler. Oh, and he was just tackled off of it just at the nick of time, and the boys got some defending to do. Well, if all the Siouxland United games versus the Sioux Falls Thunder is going to be this contested, you know, sign me up. I mean, we don't have goals, but we've had a lot of interesting things happening out there tonight, you know. I mean, Josiah trying an overhead kick was worth the price of admission on its own. But as I mentioned earlier, if the Thunder can get the first goal, they're going to have all the momentum. They're going to have all this home support on their side, and it could be a game changer, folks. It's with Storm, and he's doing what Storm does. Oh, and then just a loose pass there. And they've got some defending to do. And now it's with Rutledge. And the coach is down there screaming on every single decision. you know, it just doesn't seem like the kind of it doesn't seem very sporting to be trying to trick the ref on every decision. Like, there's some decisions referees miss, but clearly his players are kicking the ball out of the bounds, and he's putting his arm up, asking for the throw to be their throw, and that just doesn't seem very sporting. Howard's going to go long. And the game has gotten a little bit scruffy here. And Howard had some work to do there. Kohler leaves it for Storm. Storm's in a foot race. And oh, that's an interesting decision. Yeah, it looks like he was offside, but I'm not quite sure on that one. But again, you know, the boys are, you know, expending a lot of energy in this first half, and you know, they've had, you know, a couple games here in a couple of days. So as I mentioned, getting that first goal could be huge for them. But they're playing well, so that's a positive. Howard's going to go long, and the Siouxland defender is in the right place, and it's with Horwood there. Oh, and runners are on, and we're going to and Jack does what Jack always does. He comes off his line, he gets big, and he bails out those defenders who just allowed, you know, 2 runners to go. You know, and it's, you know, you put your hand up hoping for an offside. You should be, you know, busting your butt to get in there and try to defend that. So that was a big moment. Jack goes long. He finds Kohler. Kohler, a lucky break. It's going to fall to Dobson, and Dobson was looking for the run, but it's still going to be with Torres, and he spins out of it, and he's going to find Trace. And again, the Thunder are playing with some confidence, and now it's with Glissendorf. Oh, and Trace was trying to find him on the return ball, but now they've got some running to do. And there's that man again, Ethan Glissendorf. He's been all over the pitch tonight. I think he's thinking, hey, we don't have somebody that wants to put the ball in the back of the net. Maybe I'll have a crack. Some nice link up. Oh, and some good defending. Oh, well done. And it's with Trace, and he finds Kohler. And a nice ball to Rutledge. Rutledge is still with Rutledge and Kohler and Trace Dobson. And we're going to have a penalty kick, folks. And it looks like the ref is reaching into his pocket. And he's getting he gave it to the goalkeeper? I think for a dissent after the decision, the keeper cleared the ball away, and usually, you know, that'll get you booked.
Yellow card, Siouxland, number 1.
So as I mentioned before, now it looks like Penner's gonna take. Well, they switched it out. Alfari, he's gonna take this kick, and as I mentioned. Come on, Thiago, come through for us here. But as I mentioned, you get the ball into the penalty area, good things happen. And this is the goal that we need right before half. It's a big momentum change here. And Thiago standing over this. And let's see if he can tuck this in one of those corners. And we got to go, folks. Thiago Alfari. And that's a, you don't realize, when a team, you're struggling for goals, that penalty kick had so much extra pressure on it because, you've probably got a couple other guys thinking that, hey, I should be standing over this kick. And it's always like that in the team when it comes to penalty kicks. Who's taking the kick? And especially when you've been struggling for goals, that kick had a bunch of pressure on it, and Thiago was the man for the job. So your score right now is Sioux Falls Thunder 1, the visiting Siouxland United 0. That's kind of a tongue twister, getting that all out. So ball's back in play. Now, the critical thing here is not conceding here before halftime because they got momentum. They're going to go to halftime feeling good. The crowd's pumped up. Storm's going to nick that away. And if he can get this right, and he realizes it's 2v4, and he's going to try to, oh, Storm. Ref's going to yell play on, and we've got a collision, and we got bodies down. And surely he's got to stop play at some point. There's two players down on the ground. And the ref has, what is going on here? And I get allowing Siouxland to attack there, but once Jack cleared that ball, he should have been looking to stop play. You don't know if you're dealing with a head injury, anything, so. But play stopped, and the players want to go get in the ref's face and argue about decisions. It's never ending.
For all your financial needs, choose a company that's locally grown and nationally known. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Member FDIC.
Oh, fantastic. Free chips. I'll take some free chips. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So stick around. I'm not sure how many minutes we're at it for stoppage. But we are in stoppage time. I would imagine you've had a penalty kick, you've had, a couple injuries, a bunch of cautions. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 3 or 4 minutes. Storms shows his strength. Oh, and he just can't get that pass right. But now they've got some defending to do. That's got to be a throw-in for the Thunder. What? Oh, and it looks like they're making the substitution here in stoppage time because Storm, I know he just came back from an injury and he put in a good 45. But Bizamana's going to come on for him, like for like substitution, another pacey, fast guy that can, cause some problems for the Siouxland defenders. But I would say it was a good first, match for, Stevenson Storm because he was involved in a couple of really nice plays, and it's unfortunate that he's probably not 60, 70 minutes match fit right now, coming off of an injury, and he was on a caution, and there was that collision over there moments early, but the Thunder have it. Bizamana, his first touch was exactly what it needed. Oh, and they're clever. And look at Rutledge. Oh, and look at Rutledge on his left foot. Oh, and the ball just got caught underneath him a little bit, and he couldn't get the right contact on that. But the Thunder are playing with a little bit of swagger tonight that I haven't seen in their first couple home games, you know. So I don't know if it's the crowd or what, but and they're gonna win a free kick there. Alfari, our goal scorer, and hopefully he's okay. Again, you know, some of these boys have had a lot of minutes on their legs tonight with all the games they've played here of recent. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if there's some, you know, some fresh bodies that come in, you know, at halftime here. And the Siouxland coach is still having a word with the fourth official. Like, he's done less coaching and more complaining to the referees. So that is halftime, folks. And it looks like we had about 3 minutes of stoppage time. And your Thunder go into halftime leading 1, Siouxland 0. But stick around for the halftime. We're going to have a PK halftime event here. And it looks like Chris Spurley from Roundhouse and Sonny Salter, the president of Make-A-Wish, South Dakota and Montana, they're going to take a couple kicks, you know, penalty kicks, and they're going to be trying to score on one of the local heroes here from Lincoln High School, state champion Lincoln High School. They won the championship last year in penalties against O'Gorman, if anybody remembers. But in that, Henry made a big save and allow, you know, the Patriots to go, you know, to go on and win that championship in PKs. But tonight he's facing some different competition, and if Chris from the Roundhouse makes a goal, all fans will receive buy one get one free, you know, drinks tonight over at the Roundhouse, but tonight only. And if Chris doesn't make the goal, fans will still get free chips at the Roundhouse. So now the Roundhouse, if you've never been, it's, you know, it's just a minute away from the stadium here, and they've got fantastic burgers. And generally all their food is really good, and they've got some gluten-free options too. I know that, you know, there's some people are gluten-free, but you can go there, I believe you can go there and get gluten-free tater tots and french fries. One of the only places in Sioux Falls you can do that. So if you like that kind of stuff, check out the Roundhouse Brew Hub. It's definitely one of my family's favorite places to go eat at in Sioux Falls. But I'm going to read something, and then we're going to take a break for halftime. But together, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card seek to make an impact for the good within communities they serve. That's why Premier Bank is a proud sponsor of your Sioux Falls Thunder, member FDIC. Other sponsors we'd like to thank are Harris Law, Lindsay Harrison Team, and LLR Trucking, and Four Brothers Trucking, Kelly Rear and Team. Well, go get some refreshments and then come back for a second half of your Sioux Falls Thunder versus Siouxland United.
We're going to draw. Everybody in attendance to win some prizes. So keep your eyes open for that in a couple minutes. Courtesy of Roundhouse and Make-A-Wish. chance to win some soccer balls. Our first winner is Emmett Ailman. Emmett Ailman, a soccer ball for you. Come on down. Our second winner is Lucas Batras. Lucas Batras. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Lucas, a ball for you. The third ball goes to Lucas Coons. Lucas Coons. And our final raffle winner, receiving a ball thanks to First Premier Bank Card, and Matinee Accounting. This one's a little difficult to read. It looks like Janison or Jadison. If you are still here, you have just won a soccer ball. Come on down to the field and collect your prizes. I'm going to repeat the names for the soccer ball raffle. Emily, I think it's Emily, sorry. Emily Ailman. Lucas Patras. Lucas Coons. And Janison. So we're going to shortly have a halftime PK contest in the North Goal. And participating tonight from Roundhouse will be Chris Ford and the president of Make-A-Wish South Dakota, Montana, Sue Salter. Our goalie will be Henry Eckert. And if Chris from Roundhouse makes a goal, all fans will receive buy one, get one free meal with drink at Roundhouse today. And if Chris misses, your ticket stub will still get you a free chips if Chris misses the goal. So we're all going to want to give a big amount of support for penalty kickers. First, Sue Salter, president, Make-A-Wish, South Dakota, Montana. Henry Eckert in goal, and Sue scores. Way to go, Sue. Okay, this next one is for the buy one, get one free meal with drink at Roundhouse today. Come on, Chris from Roundhouse, we're counting on you. We're going to be hungry at the end of this match. Oh, and a fine effort by our goalie, Henry Eckert. Good effort from Chris as well. And keep your ticket stub for free chips. Thank you, Roundhouse and Make-A-Wish, South Dakota, Montana.
are back for the second half, and your Sioux Falls Thunder is going to have the first kick, and it looks like Trace Dobson is coming off, or I'm not sure what's going on here. Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Oh, he was maybe doing something there. So I think Siouxland United made a substitution here at halftime. So let's see if we can find the name of that player that came in here. All right, and we are underway, folks. And I believe it's Lucas Foreman, that number 16 that's joined the back. Or it looks like he's in the midfield. Maybe he's an inverted outside back here. They do to be playing with maybe 3 center backs and some wing backs. Maybe they changed their formation. Ethan with a nice tackle, and it looks like he got fouled there, and there might be some misconduct in that because number 33 could not play the ball in the position that he was in. I'm not sure. It looks like he just stuck his leg out and tripped up Glissendorf there. So ball's put back in play here. It's with Glissendorf, and he finds and Marcus Horwood would be lucky to get away without a sanction there. That was not. That was not a good challenge, folks. Like that is surely misconduct. I mean, he's not even really trying to play the ball. He just smashes straight into the back of the, I believe it was Josiah there. And they're former teammates, and I'm sure they know each other, and it's just one of those things. If you don't have that relationship and you smash into the back of a player, that could start a whole, open up a whole can of worms here in the second half early. So the ref's got a real job to do as he's giving out, he's cautioned 4 players and a coach. Ball turns over, Siouxland United, and they're playing some little 1-2 there with 33. And he turns and finds number 17. He's going to have a cross, and Dobson's in the right spot. It wasn't the best cross. Bismani, he's on it. He finds Torres. It's out to Josiah here, and he goes back to Howard. And it looks like now that Siouxland United, Bismani's up for the header. He wins it, but he plays it straight to. It's going to stick for Josiah. He had the early ball, and he plays it down the channel. And Bismani's on it. Oh, and he went for the left-footed pass there, and he just didn't get the right contact on it. And now Siouxland United are away with number 33, Flynn Faulkner. But we're 3 minutes in here, and I think that the Thunder just need to show some composure here because you don't want to get into a back-and-forth open game with a team that you're beating. You don't need to play that open, Be smart how you attack, but don't leave yourself vulnerable on the counterattack. That's going to stick for Rutledge, and he's got Bismani if he can find him, and he's going to threaten the back line. And there's some, and then he throws himself to the ground, and he's going to give away some simulation here. Oh, actually, it looks like in second look, it looks like he handled the ball when he was on the ground there. And Josiah, it looks like he defended it. Yeah, that's some good defending by Josiah. He's going to give everything tonight, especially after Horwood, crashed into the back of him like that. He's definitely going to play extra hard now. And the Thunder don't need to do anything silly. Just get the 3 points tonight, boys. That's the task. Get the 3 points. Anything else is not worth, getting yourself into some trouble with the ref over. So just get the 3 points. Siouxland United is looking to play around the Thunder defense here. And 33, Faulkner's driving. And I thought he was going to tee one up, and Alfari's there to defend it. Oh, and he goes straight through the back there. Oh, he might be in trouble, folks. Oh, he might be in trouble, and he's gonna get away with a talking to. That seemed like a dangerous two-footed challenge from behind, folks. Let me check it out on the replay over here. Usually you see some type of sanction for that type of. Oh, and it is. He goes to the ground with both of his feet. I'm not quite sure now. That's two questionable challenges, that Siouxland United have made. And I feel like in the first half, the Thunder were getting cautioned for those. So, and now he's, I'm not quite sure how those two challenges were allowed to be made with no sanctions. Now he's got to be real careful because. Guys out there making those kind of challenges, and you're not really punishing them for it. You're opening Pandora's box there. And Jack Howard doing what Jack Howard does. He's just showing that cool, calming ability, and they're playing. And there's just looks like a miscommunication between him and Dosey. Siouxland United's going to go the other way. It's going to stay. Crosses in. Horwood's there. And it looks like there was some good tracking and defending there by Penner, and he's going to put it out for a Siouxland United corner kick here. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. No, there are no shortcuts to success. It's achieved through hard work, integrity, believing in both yourself and your team. Premier is proud to help support our area athletes as they work to achieve their dreams. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, member FDIC. And the ball went out of play on that goal kick there. He had the right-footed kicker, and he whipped it, and it whipped, out of the end line there. And so that was what a ball. And it's still with Kohler there, and he finds Dobson. If he one-times it, and he couldn't get the right direction on that, but he had Rutledge in some space. There's a fair challenge there. The substitution, number 16, and that's Foreman. And now it's going to be, back with the defenders there. Mizutani. And now it's out in the right channel, and it's blocked by Alfari. And the lights are on, folks, and it's been a pretty entertaining match. And Horwood finds number 16 out there in the right channel, or the left channel, Foreman. We're going to have a shot on goal. It's deflected. Let's see if Howard can keep that in. And look at those feet. He's got he's super athletic, and, he shows, why he's a real good goalkeeper, because not only does he make big time saves, but he's able to, go collect balls like that most goalkeepers, wouldn't be able to get to. There's a little bit of coming together there, and Ethan just puts his foot through it. He's not messing about. Bismonti's chasing. Number 10 there was some contact there off the ball. And Josiah makes a challenge. It's still with 16. Josiah makes another challenge. And it's with Kohler. Kohler turns. He's beat his defender. He's driving into the penalty area. He has a shot on goal, and it just swerves away from the near post there. Not a bad attempt there. And I like to see those kind of attacking opportunities where they're not exposing themselves through the middle. But Siouxland United, and they can't keep it in play. But, that's going to be, the task for the Thunder to still push forward and try to get, a second goal, because obviously one goal is not enough to feel comfortable, especially with this much time left in the second half. But, you don't want to expose yourself in the midfield and your defenders trying to get that second goal. So if they can just, be patient and pick their spots here. Siouxland's going to look to switch it. Josiah's lined that one up, but he jumps too early and it clears him. And number 16 on Josiah are going to have a battle, and there is some contact, and I got to believe it's a free kick coming out there. And that was Lucas Foreman there battling with Josiah, and Josiah is down. And I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like Sioux Falls are going to have a substitution here. On it, I think he may. I think he might have gotten his foot stepped on as he went to ground there, and the Lucas Foreman was still challenging. And I think, it's one of those ones where if you have an early whistle, maybe you can prevent that, that type of activity. I think Foreman was just still going for it, even though he had already pushed Josiah down, and maybe the whistle just came a little late, and then Josiah got his foot stepped on, and he's limping now. But, that, like I mentioned before, that kid's from out west here in the great state of South Dakota, and so he's tough as steel. He'll be all right. And Josiah puts his foot through it. Bismani comes back to challenge. Siouxland's up for it. Bismani's on it, and he's looked sharp since he's come in. He needs a partner to combine with. Oh, he's going to give away the free kick. And I'm just wondering if you could ever see, it looks like Requena's going to come in. I'm wondering if you could ever see the combination of Bismani and Stevenson Storm on the pitch at the same time. I think they would make a pretty formidable combination going forward there. You can see both of them are very dynamic when they get on the ball. And it looks like Trace Dobson's run his race, and he had a couple moments. I believe he won the penalty in the first half. But it's good to see that he made it, 58 minutes on a caution early. Actually, he wasn't on a caution. He was the player that got that early.
36.
He got that early talking to. There's been another yellow card here. Requena, I mean, he hadn't even been on a second. And I don't really understand if with some of the challenges that the Thunder have made and versus some of the challenges that Siouxland United have made, with the distribution of the yellow cards here, one could only really question some of this here. But oh boy. And I would say that Dosey was lucky as he leaves his feet to make that clearance, with the Siouxland United player in the area, Requena. And Requena gets called for a foul there. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure where the, I mean, yeah, it's, again, this is, I-29 rivalry, and this rivalry is going to be a good one because this game has had all kinds of drama. A lot of fouls, mainly. But, again, number 36, he's been on for a couple of minutes, and he already caught the eye of the ref. And, Bismani, loose touch, it allows the defender to get back in play, and the defender surely does. And he, with a clever bit of skill, turns away. He's looking for the chip. Josiah's in the right spot. It's back with Bismani. Bismani, I believe, played it off the defender. And the Thunder are going to make another substitution here.
On for the Thunder, number 4, Ayale Hassan.
So Hassan joins the action here, and looks like Josiah has come off again. Now, he was on a caution for sure. And so it's good to see that he made it off the field without picking up a second caution. But it looks like Siouxland United see the Sioux Falls Thunder make a couple subs, and they're gonna call them and make a double switch here. And it looks like Horwood's off.
On for Siouxland, number 99, Warren McKeely.
And number 17 is coming off with them, John Coronata.
And for Siouxland, number 16.
We have an offside decision over here.
Number 7, Ben Shields.
So Ben Shields and McKilla, I believe, is in for Siouxland United here. So Howard's going to put this long here. And it's going to clear everybody. Bismani is the first to it. Oh, and a lovely ball to Requena. And Requena is just throwing himself about on the pitch since he's been on the field. Hassan with a bit of skill here. He looks fresh. He puts a cross in, and he's going to win a throw-in for the Thunder. And I'm just wondering... And it's clear long. Jack's well off his line. He's got some work to do here. He's got some work to do here. You like to see the fourth official get over there because you've got two guys, pushing each other. You've got to realize the temperature of this match. These refs, they better be turned on because, the game could go out of control here in a second with some of the stuff that's been going on out there. So they've got their work to do tonight. Hassan's going to take the kick. He goes long. And Siouxland United deal with it. Oh, and a clever flick. And they're away, and number 99's on it. Oh, and there's some good defending by Ethan. Well done. He's the man up for the moment again. Last-ditch defending there, and I think he just gets the touch right before 99 is able to go to goal there. And then we're going to have a substitution here. Number 19 for Siouxland United's coming in, and that's Gabriel Avelin.
Gabriel Evelyn.
And set pieces have been, a topic of conversation. And, they've conceded a few goals from corner kicks and free kicks. So let's see if they can get their marking. Oh, and that was an interesting attempt there. I'm not sure. Maybe Rutledge lost his footing, and the Siouxland player kind of left his feet, and he tried to. That could have been dangerous. But ball goes out for a goal kick, and we move. So we got 25 minutes plus probably a little bit of added time. There's been a lot of stoppages in the second half. Ball goes long. Siouxland United's first to it. Pinner swings and misses. Alfari finds Torres. Torres is looking for the run of Hassan. Hassan with a nice first touch. Now it's with Rutledge. And Rutledge is, oh, and he's got the back door open, and he just couldn't get the right pass. Unfortunately, he had the run of Kohler there. And there would have been something on there. Oh, and that's a beautiful run. But, again, Jack's been there and done that. He's off his line like a cat and clears that away. Ball goes long. It's out in the right channel there. Some good defending by Alfari, our goal scorer tonight. And I believe that was Kohler. And Bismani and Rutledge are trying to link up, and some good defending there by the Siouxland defender, Mizutani. And it looks like a Siouxland United makes 2 subs or 3 subs, and Coach Hakiri's like, yeah, I'll call you. And he's going to bring in some fresh bodies too. As this has just been one of those games where there's been a lot of, you know, scrappy play and a lot of running. And so you get some fresh guys out there. You got the veteran, Eric Beltran. He's been part of the Thunder program for some years. You get his leadership out there, and hopefully, you know, he can steer the boys in the right direction. And I believe that was Schoenherr, the other player that came on, Benjamin Schoenherr. Beltran straight into the match, finding Requena. Requena loses it. It's going the other way. And it's just been this type of open game where one team attacks and then the other team defends it, and then they just go straight. There's no possession. It just seems to be helter-skelter soccer out there. But it's probably been enjoyable for the fans down there tonight. Siouxland United look to try to move the ball around here just outside of their attacking third here. They're probing and trying to find an entry here. And we've got offside there. And that's a killer. I mean, you're not really running into space there. So, you know, you've got, you know, the Thunder had about 9 guys behind the ball there. And you're just building it up. And then you somehow fall asleep and run yourself into an offside position there. That's a killer for Siouxland United, but we'll gladly take it. And the Thunder, again, have been a pretty good defensive team from the opening whistle to about the 70-minute mark. And it's just been oh, Bismani's in! Oh, and he has a shot. And I believe, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. It looked like from our view here, it looked like it might have took a deflection. But yeah, from the opening kick to about the 70-minute mark, they've been a pretty good defensive team. It's just been that last 20 minutes that they've conceded a bulk of their goals. You know, and again, when you're trailing in games, you have to attack, and sometimes you get caught on the counter attack and give up an easy goal here. But we're creeping. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Get out before he says you try to start, you know, deny their restart. Oh, and 16 takes that quick, and not sure if that was what he intended to do, but he ends up switching it all the way out the far touchline, and it's going to be a Thunder throw, and the Thunder are going to be in no rush to take any of these restarts. And Beltran's battling over there on the far touchline, and the referee's going to give away a free kick, or award a free kick. And you don't mind that, you know. If you're attempting to play the ball in a fair manner and you foul a guy, that's perfectly fine. You shouldn't see any kind of sanction for that. And And Sioux Falls United, and that's good defending by Painter as he tracked the space. Sometimes they say track the runner, but he tracked the space, and he was in the right place to intercept that. Oh, and a loose pass. And it almost put the Thunder straight in. But if I'm the Thunder, I'd probably get, you know, for these final 20 minutes or so, I'd probably be more in a defensive shape here. Nicely outside of the boot pass. Let's see if 16 can get there, and he does. And he's going to have an opportunity to whip one in, and he does. Dosey's up for it. Rakina's on the second ball. And we've got a couple of Thunder guys running away. Is that Bernardo Torres there? Oh, and 16 with another giveaway. Oh, and it's the heavy touch by showing her that allows the defender to tackle the ball. Beltran's got to be careful. You know, it's 2 fouls in 2 minutes. And that's one of the things. They're not reckless or dangerous situations, but when you come out and you've been on the field for 5 minutes and you've already given away 2 fouls, you just end up on the ref's radar. So, you know, something for the, you know, to watch out for here in these final 19 minutes. Siouxland United attacking. It's with 16. He whips across and is behind everyone. And Rutledge is first to it. Requena can't get his header directed the right direction. It's still going to be with Siouxland United. Oh, and there's a decent pass in there. And it's still with 16. He whips in another one. Hassan's there. It's cleared out. Requena. And he does well to just play Hassan. Hassan's going to go to Jack. Jack doesn't get the proper contact on that one. And he wasn't being pressured. He probably could have taken a touch on that one. But it is, you're getting into that, you know, final quarter of an hour of the match, and you just don't want to take any, you know, unnecessary risk. 10's driving. There's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Ref says play on. And ball's whipped in. It's going to go out for a goal kick here. And looks like the Siouxland United player was upset with Bernardo there. And if I'm, and I know I don't, and, you know, you don't like, you know, Bernardo's been playing well. He is on a caution here. So that's something for Coach Sha'Carri to think about. I know he's taken off a couple of the guys that were on cautions already. So he's the last player that's, well, he's the last of that first group in the first half that got cautioned. And you just don't want to see him, you know, make a foolish tackle and get a second yellow here. I'm not sure who's left in the technical area that could come in and fill that midfield role. I do see Robert Amaro down there, so he could possibly come in. Wonderful ball, Basmani's in! Can he take the chance? And he does! And the boy is back with a flip. Basmani is back with a flip and a goal, baby. And what a ball by Eric Beltran, and the perfect weight. Basmani's able to take it first time. The goalkeeper comes well off his line, and then at that point you just have to put the ball past him, and he does. You know, and if you young kids are watching at home, you don't always have to kick the ball as hard as you can to score a goal. You know, sometimes just the right amount of pace and the right amount of direction is all it needs. So that's that second goal that they desperately needed. And both substitutions come in, or both substitutes come in and make a difference in this match. So again, and it looks like there's a player down on the far touchline, and the trainer's been asked to come on and
please join us next Saturday, June 22nd at home again against the Minnesota Blizzard. The festivities kick off at 6 p.m. for a pregame tailgate with our friends at Roundhouse Brew Pub with pizza provided. And you can get one of our stainless steel co-branded mugs for $20. The mug gets you $1 off each tap drink game day and the first drink the rest of the week. If you're part of the local team and interested in doing a walkout or being ball boys and girls during the game, please find Naomi or give your name and number at the gate. We'd love to work with you for an upcoming game this season or even next year.
So I'll double down on that. Please join us next Saturday, June 22nd, our home game against Minnesota Blizzard. Festivities kick off at 6 p.m. A pregame tailgate with our friends at Roundhouse Brew Pub with pizza provided, and you get one of our stainless steel co-branded mugs for $20. The mug gets you $1 off each tap drink game day and your first drink the rest of the week. And also, if you're part of a local team and are interested in doing a walkout or being a ball boy or a ball girl during our game, please find Naomi or give your name and number at the gate. We'd love to work with you for an upcoming game this season or next. So obviously, if you're watching this at home, you probably can't give your name to Naomi, but if you come to the next game, you certainly could give your name to Naomi or our personnel working at the front gate. Now, I believe the Thunder will jump in a touring bus and head up north, tomorrow and have a match. So, that's a quick turnaround, and I think that's probably why they've made some of the substitutions they've made to try to keep some of these guys fresh for that game tomorrow. But at least they'll be heading up north with some momentum if they can hold on to this 2-0 score line here. And it makes those road trips that much sweeter when you're heading up off of the back of a big win here at home, get your first win of the season against your I-29 rival. Penner's gonna find Howard, and Howard's going to find Dosey, and Dosey's got some space to charge into, and he's going to look for the big ball, and he's got the run of Beltran, and it drops perfectly in the middle. Beltran's not going to get away with that, and that's his third foul here. I would have loved to have seen, obviously, sometimes if you just let that defender, try to settle the ball, he settles it right to you. So I would have been curious to see what would have happened if Beltran had not, decided to push through the back of that player. There was an opportunity there somewhere. Now it's with Schoenherr. And Schoenherr's he's being pulled and he's going to go down. That's not the smartest foul I've seen of the night, folks. It's definitely not the most reckless foul I've seen either. But if you're losing, all these stoppages are not going to help you keep your hopes alive of scoring a goal or two. Every time the ball is stopped, you can't score. With these free kicks on your defensive half of the field. Dosey's going to go long. The keeper was off his line. Oh, and that wasn't far, folks. What a smart play by the captain, Frankie Dosey. He saw the goalkeeper go for a walkabout, and he said, I'll try that out. Didn't miss by much, folks. That would have been the goal of the season had that gone in. And it looks like that was Requena over there battling. You've got to give Coach Akiri credit tonight on the substitutions. I feel like the guys that he brought in have made, an impact in this game. A couple of them combining on that second goal. Requena's been battling from the moment he got in. Oh, wonderful. Beltran's going to – and the return ball. Oh, and the goalkeeper's off his line. Oh. And I'm not sure what version of the Thunder we're getting tonight, but they've had some wonderful attacking plays tonight, and we need to bottle this and take this with us on the bus tomorrow, because they've looked quite dangerous. And again, back to my point, Coach Akiri's pulled the right strings, and he's got the right combinations of players out there combining, because Eric Beltran and Bismani have been combining since they've both been on the pitch together. And earlier in the first half, you had Rutledge and Storm combining. So it's kind of good to see, you know, the Sioux Falls attackers. And there's a little scuffle here over on the touchline. And in the referee world, that's called, you know, the hot zone, when you get in front of these benches, and it's, you know, especially with the match that's had the kind of temperature we've had. A loose touch, 14 was on it, but good cover by Rutledge. The Thunder are keen to get their first victory tonight. So it looks like we're going to have a throw in, and I believe he's going to try to get this ball somewhere into the penalty area. And Hassan deals with it. 99's going back towards the end line. He's looking for a cutback. It's deflected. It's still there. Big save by Howard, and Howard's on the second ball. And what a night Jack Howard has had. You know, you see 2 goals, and, you know, you start thinking, you know, who's the player of the match. But for me, I'd have to give it to Jack Howard, because he's made some brilliant saves tonight. You know, this game, you know, Siouxland United could easily have had 2 goals tonight. So, you know, Jack's been big man tonight on the pitch. Big switch there by Siouxland United. Rutledge has got some 1v1 defending to do. Eric Beltran is there as his cover defender, and they're going to deal with this, and they're going to win a throw-in. And you can see the emotion on Rutledge. He gives a double fist pump, as he knows how important these last 8 or 9 minutes are in their season. You know, 1 win could turn into 2, and, you know, the momentum has definitely been with the Thunder all night. And Pinner's there, and it's with Bismani, and he's going to play it into some space to Schoenhern if he can get there. And he's got Bismani on the return ball if he can find him. Oh, and he's just too much there. He's doing too much. He's going to give away the free kick. And you don't mind it, but, you know, sometimes you just keep those attacking plays simple, and, you know, you move the ball, and those opportunities to score a goal come from that, as opposed to dribbling in and trying to take on two defenders. You know, at this level of soccer, you're not going to see a guy oftentimes beat, you know, 2 defenders, you know, and score a goal. So, but Siouxland United go the other way. And number 99, Hassan, with some good defending. Bismani dropped in. Oh, and he dropped in, but he left it short. You'd like to see him turn and maybe just play the ball forward at that point. Ball's chipped in. Some good defending there by Ethan Lissendorf, and he wins, and he puts that out for a corner kick. And that was one of the better crosses of the night for Siouxland United. So Ethan had his work cut out for him to defend that one. Ball's whipped in. Jack Howard's there. He's bodies coming together. Oh, and it fell for a Siouxland United player, and he just kind of swung his foot at it with no real danger for him to be scoring on that. And Jack's going to push the boys up the field, and he's going to go long. He's looking for Beltran. Siouxland United win it. And Torres is there. And Hassan's coming in, and he's coming in hot. But the ref had an advantage, but he's going to bring it back here. Yeah, Hassan was late on that one. I wouldn't have mind, you know, I wouldn't have been arguing a caution on that. He was super late. Oh, he just committed another foul. And what a shot! And Jack's up for the task. My man of the match nomination for him has been solidified with that save, folks. I mean, that's another one of those Superman-like saves where the guy is just, you know, levitating on those. I'd love to see if our local photographer, Travis, got any pictures tonight, because there's going to be some decent pictures out there with some of the saves that Jack made. And again, a desperate attempt on goal there, or to try to put something on goal, and it just skies over for a goal kick. And then I'm not sure, the referee just gave Jack a caution, and I'm not sure, maybe if he was playing rock, paper, scissors back there with the ball, and the goalkeeper thinks he's wasting time. And that's been one of the points of emphasis over the last, you know, 18 months with the laws of the game, is, you know, the restarts and delaying restarts and trying to, you know, slow the game down when you're winning. And I'm not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, it looks like he might have just been getting a drink of water. And if he does that, you know, in the first half, you know, no one ever, you know, bats an eye at it. But the referee's just thinking like, hey, bud, you know, we're at the death of the game. You can get water here. And it's with Bismani, and he has to run a Schoenhern. It's good. Requena's on the second ball. He goes for goal, and we got a third goal. Unbelievable, folks. Well, I have to tell you, if you know, what a night to save your goals.
Number 36, Cesar Requena.
And, you know, you have to say there was a little bit of luck in that with the, you know, the deflection, and it fell right to Cesar Requena, but there's no luck in his strike. I mean, he places that perfectly, you know, in the far post.
Number 15, Robert.
And as I predicted, Amaro's on. Yeah, what a strike. And that's just class. And the goalkeeper was, you know, somewhere near the top of his goal area, and Requena just put that ball where nobody's saving it. You know, I don't think the great Jack Howard would have been able to keep that one out of the net. But your Sioux Falls Thunder 3 and the visiting Siouxland United are going to be licking their wounds heading back down I-29 tonight, as they've gotten, you know, a thrashing here at the, you know, at the Bob tonight. I suppose we'll hear some Imagine Dragons, Lightning and Thunder on the way out here tonight, you know, because it's been a big home win here tonight in front of probably their best crowd of the season so far. And that's just one of the things, when the people come out to see a show, you put on a show, they might come out next weekend. So it's just one of those deals where, you know, as you try to rebuild this program back up, you know, new ownership, new players, new coaches, you know, fans want to be entertained. So, you know, scoring 3 goals tonight, and Ethan's still defending. He's been a rock in the back. I know I've given Jack a lot of kudos tonight, but those defenders, Glissendorf and Dulce, I mean, they've been quite the tandem ever since, you know, their other starting center back got hurt earlier this year. And I'm drawing a blank. His name's not on the roster in front of me here, but I think it's Ayadele was the defender. Steven Ayadele. He got hurt in the Duluth game, and Dulce was playing in the midfield. He had to drop in and play center back, but him and Ethan have made a fine partnership in the back here. So we're going to be entering stoppage time here. You probably see 4 minutes. with, you know, some of the shenanigans and that we've had. And then you've had, you know, some goals here too in this second half. And I'm not going out on a limb by saying this, but this has been by far the Thunder's best complete performance from, you know, defending and attacking and goalkeeping all season. I mean, they've really, you know, they've really played well in all three phases, you know. And this is something that they'll have to try to, you know, duplicate if they can over the next couple of matches. I know it's going to be tough, but, you know, they've got a lot of players on their roster. I think they've got like 30-something players, so they should be able to cycle in a couple of fresh bodies to head up the road to Minnesota tomorrow. You know, rehydrate, recovery, do some stretching, you know, eat a solid meal and you know, wake up early, get on the bus, and take these good vibes up to Minnesota tomorrow. Uh-oh. And Amaro had to get that right and there's a player down in the penalty area, but he's up. And we're going to have a low cross that's blocked. Requena's there. Beltran's there. He swings his boot at it. Amaro's on it. And one thing that I will say is that every sub that has come on tonight wearing the black and checker of the Sioux Falls, the black and red checker of the Sioux Falls Thunder, have really played hard. All of them. They've all come on. They've all run. They've all challenged. You know, they combine on, you know, a couple goals. So again, Akiri got the subs right tonight. Hassan's up for it. I mean, these boys are all playing hard tonight, and that's what you like to see. And that's how you win soccer games. And there's Ethan again. You know, he's been such a good defender for them all season. I've not seen, you know, where he, you know, good defending by Beltran. And we're, like I said, and he blocks that as well. So we're well, I guess we're about a minute and a half in a stoppage here. So again, a clean sheet would be the cherry on top of this masterpiece here tonight, folks. I'm going out on a limb calling it a masterpiece, but you get 3 goals by the Thunder, you get a little carried away. But a clean sheet here would be, you know, cherry on top here. And I think Requena is the only player that is still on the pitch that is on a caution. So he just needs to be smart at this point. Oh, and he's there. And the Thunder are going to go for forward if he can get this right. Oh, and he just couldn't find Schoenherr. I think Schoenherr's run probably made the angle pretty tough, but I think they were going to go for their fourth here. Oh, and looks like is that the backup goalkeeper? Valor? He's coming in. He's wearing 47 tonight. Whose shirt did he borrow? So they're gonna bring him in. I'm assuming he's got some experience with defending set pieces. He's a big boy. He looks like he's gonna come in and play center forward.
Number 37.
That's one of those ones where it's like, I've seen coaches bring their goalkeepers in as field players, and I've never seen it go well. So you just hope, you know, Valor doesn't come out here and do something silly here in this last, you know, we're already 3 minutes in. I suspect we'll have a minute of stoppage. And Bismonti's still challenging. And there's Valor, and he gets his first touch. Oh, and that was a hot challenge. Bismonti's up on his feet. It's with Requena. He's probably going to take this to the corner. And he wins the Thunder a throw-in, and I don't think the Thunder will be in a big rush to take this. And the referee's telling Beltran, hey, let's go. Let's get this ball in play. And he grabs it and throws it. Oh, and he might have caught Siouxland off guard there. Dosey's up for it. Oh, and Dosey Dosey's down. Oh, Dosey's down. Hopefully he's going to be okay. I'm not sure what happened there. We've got the replay going here upstairs here. I don't know if he just landed funny. He went up high. He was definitely challenged by a number 15 for Siouxland United. But Dosey's up, and he's back on his feet. And he plays this college soccer at Dakota Wesleyan. I've had the pleasure of meeting the kid. He's from Utah, and he's a wonderful young man. And there's a lot of, there's a few guys playing college, current college players on this rock. We're going to have a shot on goal. And that is our final whistle, folks. Big win. The boys get the boys understood the assignment tonight, folks.
Final score, number 3. Siouxland nil.
The boys understood the assignment. So again, please join us next Saturday, June 22nd, at our next home game against Minnesota Blizzard. Festivities and kickoff at 6 p.m. for a pregame tailgate with our friends at the Roundhouse Brew Pub with pizza provided. And you can get one of our stainless steel co-branded mugs for $20. The mugs will get you $1 off each tap drink, and on game day, and then your first drink the rest of the week. And a couple more shout outs to some of our sponsors here before we end the broadcast here. So again, your First Premier Bank and Premier Bank card. Know that there are no shortcuts to success. It's achieved through hard work, integrity, and believing in yourself and your team. Premiers are proud to help support our area athletes as they work to achieve their dreams. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank card, member FDIC. Another shout out to our current sponsors: First Premier, Premier Bank card, Waterbury, Lewis, your first stop, Justin and Cinta.